Duelyst is an online, free-to-play collectible card game released in 2016 by Counterplay Games. Counterplay Games is a very ambitious studio with only 14 members and one game released so far, Duelyst. The studio has poured a lot of time into this game, and with good reason. Despite its strongly established competition, Duelyst has become very popular on Steam and has received great reviews. Duelyst has two straightforward parts of gameplay: card collecting and combat. The card collecting is strongly modeled after popular games like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone, even going as far as using the exact increments for card purchasing from Hearthstone. Counterplay Games justifies this by portraying this game as the union of these previously successful games into something new and original, and by including unique features including 8-bit graphics and 2D orthogonal-based combat. The combat aspect of the game is done on a 5x9 grid with a player or AI on each side of the grid. Each player has a deck, either a customized deck or a default one from one of the 6 factions. The outcome of combat is determined by whoever can kill the enemy general first. The gameplay isn't significantly different from members of its genre, and most features don't come as a surprise. Expansion packs come out regularly, quests and playtime reward the player with the opportunity to unlock more cards, and unlocking cards is random and elaborately displayed. For a game without a particularly original concept, there's a lot that Counterplay Games did correctly when making Duelyst. The menus, for example, are easy to navigate, the social aspect is intuitive and non-intrusive, and there is a variety of ways to play, including fighting AI, competing in a competitive season, and completing single-player challenges. There are many ways to progress, whether it be through quests or simply playing regularly against opponents. While microtransactions are available, they are not vital to progressing. In addition to this, early game is enjoyable with a pleasant balance between freedom and guidance from the game. All things considered, this game has a lot of promising qualities to offer. A major selling point for Duelyst is its art, and I'll try not to rant here. For one, the menus alone are astounding and cleverly designed, the character animations are quick and entertaining, the colors are vibrant and pleasing, and the pairing between a pixel art combat and an alternate realistic art style in other places is both unique and a nice compromise between pixel art and realism graphics. All of this combined means that the use of any Duelyst interface is an enjoyable experience in itself. So, to begin, a big weakness for Duelyst is the introduction a new player gets to the game. Since the combat in Duelyst is complex and multifaceted, a new player is prompted to complete 3 non-mandatory combat tasks to provide an introduction to Duelyst. This tutorial seems to do more hurt than it does help for 2 reasons. One, it has 0 exposition prior, which seems odd considering the game takes place in a vast, complex, fictional universe of which the studio has poured much time and effort into creating and displaying. And 2, the tutorial is simply too fast-paced and restrictive, with tutorial messages being given in a seemingly intrusive manner rather than a constructive one. Now, to be fair, the rest of the game's introduction past the initial tutorial is well done. A minor criticism, however, the neutral faction, which here functions as the catch-all anything-goes build your custom deck with these cards faction, is huge compared to other factions, which means that the value of the original 6 factions is diminished. Since a player's most important cards will come from the neutral faction, their choice of the primary faction as a result is much less consequential. Aside from all these things, there are the normal weaknesses found in a large game like Duelyst, such as a high level of game knowledge needed for a truly enjoyable experience, but these weaknesses can't usually be avoided and are minor for the most part. Personally, I'm a sucker for pixel art, bright colors, and factions, so this game was a ton of fun for me to play. Despite my aversion to card collecting games, I enjoy playing the game, and I wish the best for the small community of players taking part in the birth of this new title. I give it my wholehearted seal of approval.